Welcome to the Mulligan Menace. Today we are going to play a SeemsLegit Golgari list. The whole idea here is I had a deck submitted to me from one of my viewers, SeemsLegit. This is the deck that he submitted. I did play it and had a lot of success with it, but there were a couple things that I wanted to change. I did modify some of the lands, as well as I did get rid of the ceases because I found I just didn't want to have the ceases in my hand more than other cards. So what I ended up doing was swapping out. I also changed some of the creatures. I actually added some creatures in here. So I'll show you what my modification list is. So I actually added 2 regents in here, which because we have additional sweepers with this, I did -1 of the day. And then I also got rid of the ceases. I did up the lands by 1 because I think he was short on a land, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong on that. But I also added 2 of the Dragonstorms in here because now we are playing 10 dragons between, I should say actually 12 dragons, because we have the mutable, we have the core, we have the regent, and then we have the Stormbrood. So having all of those in this list allow us to hit this quite a bit. And this is just a fantastic card for us to be able to surveil, do all these little tricks with. I was tempted to put in the dragon beholding removal, but I just held back on that just because I wanted to touch more dragons if I wanted to do that. So I kind of held on that. Requiting Hex we have in here just for good removal. Bitter Triumph, a lot of removal here. Strategic Betrayal, a lot of good decks you can go against, gets rid of their graveyard. Sweeper, Day of the Black Sun. We do have 2 Explorers. This has a couple reasons. Obviously, you can ramp with getting that Mutavault token, but it also helps pay for Annex as a demon. So remember that because it's a shapeshifter. The interesting thing about this is it's a lot harder for your opponent to target your land than it is for them to target a Firdoch Core. So if your opponent's like on blue and they're going to bounce something, what could happen is you could play this on 3, hoping that you can hit your sweeper the following turn, and they just bounce it or something. Whereas if you play Mutable Explorer, you get a 1/1 body, and you get a Mutavault token, which ramps you. So it kind of has an interesting effect with that, because they can't bounce the token, and you have the body left behind that you can block with. So sometimes you actually would rather cast this than the core. Only in situations where I think the board is clear, and you're worried about creature removal, and you're trying to do the Annex core combo. Those are kind of the situations where you'd want to go with the core first. But very interesting kind of seeing those 2 cards and how you want to play them differently depending on the situation. We do have 2 of the Scavenger Regents, just a fantastic card. Nice sweeper that you can put back into your deck, so that's good to remember with that. Deadly Cover Up, just an all-around great sweeper. You want to get rid of the threats in their deck as well. We did get the Stormbrood. You're going to find out this card hits something in almost every deck nowadays. Just seems like there's a ton of artifact enchantments that are everywhere, and this can hit it. So keep that in mind. And even if it's not going after artifacts or enchantments, you can destroy target creature with power 3 or less. So there's a good shot you're hitting one of those sides of the thing. But remember, don't waste it on Petty Revenge if there's an enchantment that they're going to be playing that you want to get rid of. A lot of times I was using this to get rid of annexes and things like that. So keep that in mind. We also have the 3 Liliana Dreadhorde General. She is awesome. You know, the interesting, I don't think I actually got to ultimate during the videos at all, but I did get pretty close there once, I believe, before they scooped. The plus ability just gets a blocker out there. Really, the big thing here is that -4 ability where you sacrifice 2 creatures each player has to sacrifice. And the nice thing is there's a good shot you're going to be drawing cards off of that, so it's kind of a win-win at that point. Is a bit expensive at 6, but she is fun, and people really hate when you drop this because it really beats up on their force. But the combination, when you can combo this off with some of your sweepers, you could sweep and then create a 2/2. The next turn they can create their creatures. You could either choose to either sacrifice, or if they didn't create their creatures, you can create another one. Just really neat ability, because there's a good shot they're not going to be playing more than 2 creatures a turn. So if you do a sweep and you follow it up with the ability to do a -4, it's like another sweep that's built onto a planeswalker, which is awesome. Lands, we have swamps, forest, overgrown tomb. I did up the count to 4 cottages on here. It is just nice having those man lands. You can afford to have early tap lands, so it's not such a big deal in this deck. But the ability to have a land that you can attack in with, do some extra damage, just get it in there, is nice. We do have the Verges and Demolition Fields. You're going to be using this Demolition Field quite a bit to get rid of that green earthbending land is a good target, and then also other man lands that are out there. So just keep that in mind. And that is SeemsLegit Golgari. Want to thank you, SeemsLegit, for providing the deck list to me. And if you guys would like to provide deck lists, please go to the Discord, and you can provide a deck list that you want me to review, possibly modify, maybe feature in a video in the future. Please subscribe to the channel, as well as like this video. It really does help out the channel. And let's get into it. All right, we'll try this one. We do have our sweeper. We got a ramp for the sweeper, as well as a little card draw late game. So, I should say not card draw, but surveilling. We're dealing with black here, which means we definitely want to keep that. This we'll keep as well. That way. That's fine. We can kill him with the Regent. Probably want to do that. Actually, no. We'll do this first because we could do the petty revenge to get that back. So if he steals another one, we're just getting the petty revenging for the Day of Black Sun. There's the Annex. Well, let's just kill that right away with the... There we go. Overrun, that's fine. Another bad, he's going to get rid of this, unfortunately. Well, now we're searching just for some sweep here. I guess Bitter Triumph's going to have to do it, right? Love that little trick. I don't think we need more land at this point. I'd rather find something else. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to go after this one, and then... we can do a sweep for the other two. Get our creature back. Another bat. Third bat, okay. We have enough removal, I'm not too worried about it. We could end up doing the same thing this turn. Well, this is going to be interesting. Oh, we could have instant speed removal. I didn't even think about that. We actually could have fired up our cottage. back down. Deadly cover-up's pretty good here. We really have nothing to go after. We will do that. A lot of removal. So that can kill off our cottages really easily. Bitter Triumph can kill one of these. All good to realize. I think we're actually going to cast this next turn. Because it does have a discard a card ward. So they have to basically pay 2 cards to do so. Alright, GG's. Alright, we go first here. We'll try it. It's going to be a little rough to get to the 5. We don't have much removal. We get a Liliana down, we're going to be cooking, but this is going to be a little rough at the beginning. Hopefully they don't play too fast. We're hoping this can... Okay. We're hoping this can find us something. This... I mean, this can get us a sweeper faster, so let's do that. I think that's pretty good. We're gonna run out of land draws, so I guess maybe we won't. We'll do good. We got land. Hits the Orzhov Skelly's deck. Alright, we're back. Alright, they pumped that up. Well, that really hurt us. You got a miner too. Well, we know we're not going to draw. A land. I guess we could do this. Got land, betrayal. Guess we do that. Because we can sweep and then we can betray the creature after that. We're pretty close to dead here. We're like a corpse of the lost just away from dying. They'll be able to find it with these at the end of their next turn. We'll get our core back, so that's good. We can do an Annex. Either that or we can force them to kill their creatures. If they double creature, maybe that's what we do. Betray. Maybe we Annex Betray here. I mean, they can search out anything they want now, but we need to try gaining life. That was a really good draw. Do that for the life gain. I can get this down to... Let's do this combined with the Dragonstorm. And then hopefully we can find another Annex. Ooh. Sweeper's not so bad. I don't think we need the Bitter Triumph. Third Liliana is not great. Okay, they're going to Seam Rip the Dragonstorm. Okay. Let's solve that. I would have probably solved that and then used the Corpses of the Lost. They might have just got a double Corpse of the Lost. So they're going to attack with 2 4/4s. Interesting. I don't have one in the bin. I think we just Liliana here.
Time to get my hands dirty.
This will give us a blocker as well as the ability to force a sacrifice. We do draw 2, and they're going to take 4 damage. So they'll go down to 13. Depending on what they play, we might even just turn on a Ritual Chamber next turn. We also can just do a sweep and then create another creature. A lot of different things we can do here. Well, that's pretty good. We can destroy an enchantment, which will probably go after the Corpses of the Lost. Authority of the Council. Battlefront, that's a good one. What are they going to find? It's going to be tough to get blockers with that Authority of the Council out there. Okay, 2 Corpses of the Lost. Okay, we will block.
An effective tool.
Yeah, pull back. Don't pull back. Okay. Get another land into play. Can we do it all? We would get to do 5, 8, 9, 10. I don't think we got that, do we? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Guess we can just take the 4 damage from them. We're gonna kill one of the Corpses of the Lost here. Get another Annex down. We're gonna do, and we're gonna. Well, we could have done that before, but we'll just do this so we have a blocker. Oh shoot. Comes in tapped, I keep forgetting. Let's get rid of that one. We're in pretty good shape here, I think. Gaining 6 a turn is really rough on them. They go after what, Liliana? That's fine.
I will rise again.
They do gain 4 life, which is notable. We can just go after that with the Hex. We'll gain some life off of it too while we're at it. plus.
You've reached an undead end.
I think we'll just keep this open. Only attack in with that one. So now we got a blocker. 2 blockers, actually. Get rid of that one and that one. Sorry for the noise effects from the Annex. They go crazy when you have multiples. Alright, what are you going to go after? Probably this guy. Jeez. Alright, we go first. We'll keep it. We got a bunch of removal, a little bit of ramp. We just got to get a mana to have our 3 lands for this. Get our tap land down. Didn't want to pay 2 life for it. Unfortunately, can't cast the core. Looks like we kind of got a mirror match going on here. We missed a land drop. Missed another land drop. Kind of a bummer that we're behind on lands quite a bit here. We're going first. They're probably sitting on a ton of removal. So I think we'll just hold on until we drop the Liliana next turn. They want to fire up their stuff. We got to discard. Sounds weird, but I think we discard this. Because the Hex can get rid of their cottages. Plus it fuels our next deadly cover-up. So if we can Hex a cottage, he's going to go after Unholy Annex. Ritual Chamber? Yeah, same thing. Well, we'll get our Liliana down here. That was a good pull by him. We'll see if he has a Bitter Triumph here. Fire this up first.
No way but my way.
An interesting draw, not too bad. I don't know if I want 2 of them, but here we are. We'll attack in here. I should have fired this up first. That was a mistake.
I do quite enjoy necromancy.
I do want to kill this land, though. Keep that. What do we do? We're going to do that at the beginning of their end step unless they try to fire it up. Or beginning at their start of their turn. Oh, we can do it now. Could do that just in case. That does stink. Keep up the bitter. I really kind of like the deadly cover-ups. Want to use that for their Annex? Maybe the Day of the Black Sun? It feels weird. They can just do a sweeper, which is probably what they drew. Yeah, that's unfortunate. They're already at 8 though, so we can kill off the Stormbrood. We can hex a cottage. Wait, if they try firing it up, that we still get him for 4 damage. Okay, what are you doing here, buddy? It's going after that. Interesting. Black. Pay 3 life. And that goes to our yard, which makes our deadly cover up better if we want to use it. Okay, if we do the sweep, we draw 2 cards. There we go. That's what we were looking for. You can even drop this first and then have these both bounce back to our hand. Ooh. Yeah, let's do that. This will be up to 9, and we can actually minus this next turn. We'll keep one of these open for that. We're gonna draw. Gonna end up discarding. Jeez. Probably deadly cover up, and one of the corroding. GG. Alright, we go first on this one. We do have quite a bit of removal, so I like the fact that we go first. Really slow them down. Not a good hand to have a bunch of removal for, gotta admit. Or not an opponent you want to see when you have a bunch of removal in your hand. Strategic Betrayal is oddly good against this deck because it gets rid of their graveyard. I kind of want to go after this to see if they're being honest or not. They had better lands to go after. They would have been fine anyways. We want to start filling our bin for the deadly cover-up evidence collection. just throw this out there. Okay, they stock up. We're only going to have... I'm always nervous about the 3 mana spell, where we have to pay 3 additional for countering. Okay. Split up is interesting. So we almost need to wait till we have 9 mana for that. We're at 7 now. We'll have 8 next turn. Either that or I try for this and then I can deadly cover up. I think we just wait. He's going to have that counter spelling. No, he's actually at the point. Okay, now we'll just throw this out there. Yeah. I just wanted to use the Jess guy. Kill one of those guys off. Drop land. And then we might be able to get away with deadly covering. Oh, did that go back to my hand? Yeah. So we can cast that again. We do have 3 open for the Annex, so there is a possibility for us to get that down. Get it again. We're only at 8, so we can't even take the damage from that, unfortunately. Because if he pumps him twice, we're dead, right? If he pumps him once, we would have been dead if we would have dropped that. No, we're dead anyways. GG's. One goes first, we'll keep. Might be okay with the Day of the Black Sun, but we'll see. Still have to get to like turn 4 before it really is beneficial. Is this the enchantment deck? It is the enchantment deck. Let's try to find some removal here. No removal. We have 5. Let's do that. Because in 2 turns we're going to sweep, but this is going to next turn deal a lot of damage to us. We could sweep it with Day of the Black Sun. Yep. We're going to sweep it with Day of the Black Sun because it's a token. So we're not going to wait till we get to 5 with this. And then we even get this back, which is pretty sweet. We're actually going to pitch that land. Find the core. Get our Liliana down next turn. think Liliana's more important. Oh, do we not have? 3, 4? Okay, we don't have enough yet. Do this to start pumping this up. We'll be able to get this back to our hand and we can play it again. Gain 2 more life. Surveil 2. Try to find a core. Well, it does go after enchantments. Think that's going to be okay. Okay. They spent a lot on that thing. I think we should just make everybody sacrifice. I'm gonna draw because of that.
Warrior Queen Necromancer. This is more enjoyable than slaying demons.
That's really good.
Time to get my hands
Can
dirty.
fire this up too. Gain life. Draw the card. Alright. Betrayal's gonna be good here. Hopefully he doesn't have another creature. That's fine. Create our creature. Get that into play. Get rid of the core. That's not bad. I do want the core though. Alright, GG's. Alright. Opponent goes first. We got a lot of removal here. We'll try this one. Don't like the blue. Discard. Guessing they get the Dragonstorm. I'm gonna let them cast something else. Even if they go bad, they'll go after an Annex, and then I can try to get the Deceit out of the yard. Okay, return Monument. Let's try to find our artifact removal. Does he have counters in there? No? Okay. So he's probably looking for his win con, which is the card to get rid of everything. Or I mean, half our deck. If we can find our guy to remove this, we can then just deadly cover up. But he is like one turn away. Shoot. I'm wondering if we should have... I guess it wouldn't have mattered. If we would have deadly covered up, they would have went after the Consult, or they would have just cast Consult anyways. That's no fun. We didn't find any of our dragons that we needed. That's not good. Yeah, they got it anyways. So we just need to find our... What do we mill for it? One? We only milled one of them. So there's 3 of them still on the deck. That's ridiculous. Is there any way for me to draw a card? Nope. Alright. GG's. Opponent goes first. We'll try this, I guess. Not feeling great about not having black mana. We could be caught out really bad. So, Temple of Silence is an interesting one. Are they playing the Orzhov Skelly deck, I'm wondering? Alright, we didn't draw land, so we're already going to be in rough shape, I think. Oh, we got that. That does help. We grab a bitter. We gotta put that on top, right? Okay. We'll have to get rid of that. Arena. Now we need to find our removal for enchantments. And unfortunately, can't attack with that. Okay, we're gonna sweep if we get a land. We can just Bitter Triumph this. I might just cast this. We're going to get this bounce back to our hand. We're going to get a threat. Even if they go after it, they have to discard a card. They're kind of card rich now with that. Their Judgment. Okay. We are 1 off from Liliana, so let's try to find some land. We'll do that. Hope he doesn't have a Bitter Triumph. We wasted our Bitter Triumph, unfortunately. We can kill tokens with this pretty easily, so. Let's see what they end up doing. Nice. Nice slasher. They didn't attack in. Could do that. Otherwise, I could just do this. What do we want to go after? Probably the slashers. Interesting hand. Only has one other slasher in there. What does he got? So he's got the combo going on here with Bloodthirsty. Only has one scape shift there. Time colors are going to get annoying. So we're going to have to kind of watch it with the time colors. Overlords. Okay. It's going to drop the Saboteur. Interesting. Do this first. There, you got 6 land here. We don't need any of them. Okay, Black Sun. Okay. That'll be pretty good. Get that back. That's good. We're gonna do this and go after. Probably the Overlord. I know he has one more in his deck. There's another Sunset. That's unfortunate. He also has that in his hand. Okay. So we're in trouble for one attack phase here. I guess we can do... All depends on what we draw. We can sacrifice this to search for basic land. Yeah, do it. Do need to get rid of this. He quit. I guess he's down to 2. GG's. All right, we go first here. Let's. Ooh, we got a mulligan this. Don't have black mana. We'll keep this. I'll pitch one of these. Green. All right. I think this is about the best time we can use for Strategic Betrayal. Tifa. This will be a good Tifa target. We did draw land, so we're already missing our land drops. So not only did we have to go down to 6 cards, but we're missing land drops already. We need to get rid of this land as soon as we can. That's a nice Evolving Wilds art. I like that one. That's a pretty good one. Probably want to destroy that as soon as we can. Let's get a 4 down. This Deadly Cover-Up, I think, is going to end up doing a lot of work. I can just fire up a land here. Ice Till's very strong. The Hydra. We will get rid of the Ice Till. Probably the Bitter Triumph, but we'll see. Man, I'd love to play that, but I think we have to go after Ice Till. Liliana, 3/4. Yeah, we're nowhere near that. Even with this, do we still want it? Maybe we do. Let's try that, because that could be a way for us to... We can sweep next turn. I mean, technically we can't, because that's a tap land. Nursery. Alright. We now need to find our... We're in trouble. We need to find our enchantment removal. We can make him kill off his creatures here, which is good. That sucks that it's a Fable Passage, so he gets to trigger it again. We're going to have to deadly cover up here. Since there's 3 of them there, I think we deadly cover up. Plus we can do that. Not take the damage. He can sack this if he wants to make them indestructible. That's okay with me. We'll take 1 hit from them. So this is 5 damage. 14 damage they can do to us. Okay. Well, this is unfortunate. Well, she's not going to stay around very long.
Your corpse will make an excellent minion.
Fable Passage caused some problems.
Necromancy is a lot like plucking turnips.
Cottage down. We'll be able to Annex and Ritual Chamber next turn. Another Liliana is interesting. That's 10. They can do 13 damage to me this turn. Or 12 damage if they attack in with their Fabled Passage. Okay. They're going for it. Oh, it is 14. I only counted 13. Alright, GG's. Alright, opponent goes first. We'll keep this hand. We do have quite a bit of stuff going on with it. We're kind of hoping. We got 4 lands. We're sitting pretty here. Momo. We're going to go after the Momo right away. There's one you do not want hanging around. Keeping this up for enchantment removal. I am going to drop this one because we can block and still ramp. And then next turn we can drop this and kill off the Innocents. Interesting. I'm gonna try. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I screwed that one up. I should have Day of the Black Sun there. Because now I can't get rid of this. I kept thinking about destroying the enchantment when in reality it comes back because it was a creature. It needed to attack in and block, and I was just assuming that was going to happen, so it kind of threw me here. That's expensive too. I think we just get 2 cores down and then Day of the Black Sun next turn. And we're really hoping for annexes, I think. Yeah, I really gummed that one up. So if I would have swept there, they still could have cast Lyra this turn, but then we would have had Betrayal. Or last turn, I should say. Okay. Yeah, we'll block. Well, following up with Liliana after this is pretty good. Liliana and Betrayal, in fact, so we can get rid of that Exemplar. If they don't cast another creature, that is. Seems strong.
I require Sai and the master here. No way but my way.
They need to get lost, Liliana.
Time to wake up and smell the decay.
We'll fire them both up. What the heck? Okay. Those don't scare me. In fact, we could minus Lily if we wanted to. And still attacking with the cores.
This is more enjoyable than slaying demons.
Pretty should have attacked in anyways, but GG's. Alright, that was the SeemsLegit Golgari modified list that I did here. Really enjoyed the deck. I just like playing Liliana decks in general, but this having all the sweepers that are in it, Deadly Cover-Up, Regent, Day of the Black Sun, was really nice. But I will say, the one card that I constantly wanted to draw was Stormbrood. The current meta just calls for this against a ton of opponents, so really enjoyed that in this. I will say, outside of the recording these videos, I was playing this deck, and I have struggled to get more than 2 lands at the beginning of the games, and I don't know why, because this has 24 land in it, so it's a good amount of lands. But that third land, if you cannot hit that consistently, you will struggle, because even if you have cores in hand and you only have 2 land, obviously it does nothing for you. If you get stagnated just a turn or two, It can prevent you from getting up to your deadly cover-up or getting up to a Day of the Black Sun. The green deck can just ramp out to Ouroboros, then blow up from there. Just a lot of things that you can't get to and you can't compete with if you don't get your third land. The big thing is if you're on the draw and you miss your third land drop, you are hosed. So just be conscious of that. Obviously, you shouldn't have a problem with having 24 lands. You should be consistently hitting your third land drop, but just keep that in mind when playing this deck. But all in all, fun deck. And if you could, hit that subscribe button below and like the video, because that really does help out the channel. If you like the video, it gets the video seen by a lot of people, so I appreciate it. And have a fantastic day.